Sure, I'd go ahead and try to clean up on this thing a little bit with that. Try to put the sticker back on. Just use some regular trim adhesive. My dad used to call this eyelid glue. He said the funeral homes always used it. Always makes me think of that. Just do it like you do a headliner. Just spray it on both sides and let it tack up for a minute or two. Yeah, just let it sit there for a minute. Might work, might not. That whole thing is coming off. I don't know what causes it to do that way, but we'll just spray both sides of it and see if we can glue all this stuff back on. Yeah. Do myself if I'm not careful there. Nope, don't want to do that. Yeah, I might clean this up, put some paint on it. It seems to be a good little unit. Need to change oil on it. Get our battery set up going here. I haven't actually ever tried to start it with the rope. I can't imagine it wouldn't. Let's see. Oh, the recoiler's broken. Look at that. Wow, I'm glad I saw that. We definitely need to order that. Let's see if that'll work. Looks a little better. Yeah, at least it's not all falling off now. Yeah. There we go. All you kids at home, don't use an impact, put an old drain plug in. Unless it's a little one. Alright, now we gotta find the specs on what these things hold oil-wise, and I'm gonna put... Actually, I'm gonna Google it and see what it's supposed to have in it, because now I don't know. Usually just run straight 30 in most of these, but I don't know what this is. Let's see. 2009 unit. Calls for 0.6 liters, which would be 600 milliliters for most 6-horse Chinese engines. So, I'm a little low. Only got 0.4. That's all right. We got extra oil. That would be transmission fluid. We definitely don't want to use that. Geez, that was exactly how much we had. That'll work. I got this little funnel just for this kind of stuff. That way I can measure exactly what's going in these little engines and motorcycle engines and things like that. So I think this is pretty handy for $6. Okay, little side note here. I had somebody comment on the video about this little generator that we put the voltage regulator in, and when I stabbed the outlets, it was like 104 volts, if I remember right. He actually messaged and told me these little AVR voltage regulators that you get on Amazon and stuff actually have a little brass set screw. Let's see if I can do this with 7 hands. They have a little brass set screw right here that you can actually turn. Clockwise brings the voltage up, counterclockwise brings the voltage down, and you got to also do it when it's running. And sure enough, I did that, and it brought the voltage right up exactly where it's supposed to be. So I'll give you a little test run real quick, just to show you that this thing is good to go now. This is a good lesson, because even like this little bit bigger, I think that's a 8,000 or 55, I don't remember what it is. Anyway, you can adjust it too. But anyway, turn the voltage back on. Yeah. That's just a quick little video on that, but I thought that was really cool that he commented and told me about that. I didn't even know. I realized, I just thought maybe these cheap little AVRs, they just didn't make the, you know, they're cheap and maybe they just don't make the exact voltage they need to, but that's all it was. It took me to go from like 105 to 120 volts. I think that took me about 6 turns on this thing, so it wasn't just like a quarter turn and done. So anyway, I don't know, just that's good little info I learned today. I wanted to share it. Thanks.